Hi and welcome to the daily reading for July 4th, American Independence Day. And it's from my American friend Ruth Fishels' book, Time for Peace, Peace in Our Hearts, Peace in the World, Daily Meditations for Peace and Healing. Not quite sure what the colour is doing on my screen. Hopefully it's not affecting it too much. But anyway, today's July 4th is a very, very short reading. Today I am sending prayers to all world leaders so they see that war brings only suffering. Peace is the answer. And it's a very short little page with a beautiful little illustration from Bonnie Vandekamp. Or is it from Bonnie? I'm busy saying that it's from Bonnie, but maybe it's not her illustrations. Anyway, yes, short reading. How many wars does there have to be in the world before the world leaders realize that war is not the way? You know, I have so many thoughts on world leaders and why wars start, and you know, I'm not going to share obviously them all, and I don't like to get political either, but war is not the answer. It's been proven that it's not the answer. And I think I spoke about you know, the fact that, you know, World War I was supposed to be the war to end all wars, and see what's happening in the world today. It's not exactly happening. I mean, World War II happened after World War I, and not many years after it. And I do, it boggles my mind that it could have happened again. But anyway, peace is the answer. Let's talk peace rather than war. So peace is the answer. There's a really great story that talks about this island that has monkeys on it. And one monkey is taught, or several monkeys maybe, I'm paraphrasing here. Monkeys are taught to wash their sweet potatoes. And so they all start to wash their sweet potatoes before they eat them. And on a neighbouring island of monkeys, they all started to wash their sweet potatoes. They weren't shown how to do that, but they started to do it as well. There wasn't any monkeys defected from one island to the other to show them. It just happened. You know, and there's this thought that for humanity, there's a tipping point that when enough of us believe something, it will happen. So wouldn't it be wonderful if we all, you know, or 51% of us all believed that peace was the answer, and we sent love to the world leaders, which actually I do every morning. When I'm finished my meditation, I send out love. You know, it's actually the words I use is peace in the hearts of all the world leaders, peace in the world, as part of a bigger prayer. I do that. But if there was 51% of the human population doing that, then would it happen? Would it? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I love to read these things that are possible, and there is much more good in sending love to the world leaders than complaining about them non-stop, because we could, and I find myself doing it on a daily basis. You know, despite the fact I'm praying for them in the morning, I'm moaning about them by dinner time when I'm watching the news. You know, because of this lack of seeing the bigger picture. You know, the world leaders need to be doing it for their country. They need to be working towards inclusivity, equality. Everybody could be fed in this world. Everybody could have water in this world. Everybody could have enough money to live comfortably in this world. But there's this tiny little percentage, and I think it's like 4 or 5% of the wealth of the world is held by this 4 or 5%. You know, like 100% of the wealth is held by 4 or 5% of the population of the world, something like that. And again, paraphrasing, because I don't pay too much attention to that, except that I know there's a huge disparity and there's so much poverty. And, you know, I just have to walk through the streets of Mississauga or down to my local grocery store, and someone is sitting outside asking for money because they don't have enough. Maybe they don't have a roof over their head. Maybe they don't have food on their table. But there's just such a disparity just now with the haves and the have-nots. And I don't. That's not a peaceful reality for the world. So I invite you to, in the morning or at some point in your day, every day, to send love to the world leaders, Today I am sending prayers to all world leaders so they see that war brings only suffering. Peace is the answer. So maybe be joining me to try and make that 51% of peace being the answer. Namaste. Goodbye now.